A very good evening to you and welcome to the final of the mixed pairs in the Predator PBC Indonesian International Open. We began with 32 teams, just 2 remain. Pia Filler and Dennis Grabe are up against Jeffrey DeLuna and Cheska Centeno. The referee for the final is Nguyen. I knew I was going to get this wrong. I knew I was going to struggle. Nguyen Tien Chong. It's best of 3 sets, races to 4. Winner breaks. It's alternate sets for that break. I'm Mark White, and joining me in the commentary for this one is Tim de Ruyter. Hello, Tim.
Hello, Mark. Pleasure to be back in the booth with you again. Very much looking forward to this match. I think they're going to announce the players, so let's give them their little moment, and then we'll be right back, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to witness the final of mixed double 10-ball Predator PBC Indonesia International Open 2025. First of all, let us welcome the final referee from Vietnam, Nguyen Chong. Next, the introduction of the mixed double players. He is ranked in WPA numbers 19 from Philippines, Jeffrey DeLuna. And his partner, ranked 9 in WPA, also from Philippines, Cheska Centeno. The opponent, he is WPA rank number 2 from Estonia, Dennis Grabe. And his partner, ranked WPA number 8 from Germany, Pia Filler. Our referee, players are ready. You may begin. Please give a round of applause to the players.
Well, they breed them big in Estonia. I loved the picture for the press that they were all taking there with all 4 players stood there. Jeffrey DeLuna was just a little bit off being the shortest. Cheska Centeno just beat him by a little bit. But of course, size has nothing to do with it. This man has a huge break, a huge heart, and will be looking to bring it home for the Philippines. Ball down, Tim. How's it looking?
Yeah, definitely made a ball on the break, but not the energy we usually see from Jeffrey on the break, and quite a thin contact as well, so no open shot on the one. But she might, or does she have a window?
Unbelievable if she does.
Oh, I mean, it's risky. In that case, I might just opt to get the jump cue.
Just to be sure. She was jumping. Yeah, exactly, Tim. Took the words out of my mouth. I would have thought she would have jumped that. I'm sure Jeffrey DeLuna would have done. Although he did have a say in the shot, of course. But early chance then against the break for Dennis Grabe from Estonia and Pia Filler from Germany.
Ten seconds.
Yeah, now quite an interesting layout with that many balls near the bottom short rail. Will be difficult to get to the 3 ball and then to do something with the 4, a possible combination with the 4. But both a little bit off angle and not really sure what Pia was playing there.
Is it worth taking the bank on here, Tim?
You could, and then bury the cue ball in between the 4 and the short rail. A little bit of a two-way shot. I mean, I don't mind it. What else are you going to play?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's called the 3 in the side. Not that side, that side. Yeah, brilliant. Dennis and Pia came through a shootout in the semi-final. What a really tough match there. I think Sean, Mark and Annabella. Straight sets win. Actually, no, it wasn't straight sets. It was 2-1. I thought it was straight sets. Edward and Desi came back and won a set in that one. So DeLuna with the jump cue.
Well, pretty steep jump. Won't be able to do much with the cue ball. Usually takes all the pace out of the cue ball, elevating this high.
Wow, managed to draw Tim off it. Got on the 4 ball, didn't he? Beautifully. What a great effort that was.
Yeah, gotta say, very surprised that he still managed to get that much speed on the ball. But we know how well of a jumper he is. She's going to take on the cut and trying to get the shape on the 4. I think she's playing the safety though.
Yeah, I heard between the 4 and the 8 ball is what I heard. That's pretty much what he suggested, Tim.
Yeah, it will be difficult to get the cue ball out. Might have to play a thin one, trying to get the cue ball to the other side of the 8. They played aggressive on to the 8. I do like the shot she's just played. The only risk in this shot is if you seem to make the 8, you're most likely going to be hooked pretty bad behind the 9.
Deliberate safety. It's worked out very nicely. Tied up the 4. Chance to open it up here, Tim, if he desires.
Yeah, but then the 8 also is something of a problem. Oh, caught it just wrong. Yeah, just slightly off the side. 2 rails would have been great shape on the 4. Now a hook.
Plan B.
Gotta say, that was a beautiful messe. Even though the shape, it's very long on the 5. And still the 8 to solve, but that shot on the 4 could be a rack winner.
Could go aggressive here, Tim. Very aggressive. Yeah, that's what I thought. Move the 10 out of the way now. What a shot that is.
Oh, they're coming up with
Tremendous.
big shots right out of the gate.
It's not the difficult shots that Jeffrey struggles with, is it? It's the easy ones where he tries to do maybe a little bit too much on. So this opening rack then is going to go to the Filipinos. Already 1 medal, of course, 1 trophy, with Sean Mark Miliant winning the Temple Men's Open, which is saw a great final from Seo from South Korea, who just played absolutely lights out against Zhang from China. Just she never really looked like losing from the very, very start. So this is our 7th day here, as we see a replay of that great shot Luna played to open up the 8 and the 10. This is the final day, the final match. How have you enjoyed it, Tim? Tim, where's he gone?
Hello? Hello?
I hear you now.
Yeah, sound was a little bit off. My apologies. I heard the beginning and then I missed the question.
We'll save it for the end of this rack. Cesca Centeno to break. Look, it came from my lips. It wasn't very interesting anyway. Don't worry about it, Tim.
Oh. Try break, but lucky to have the 4-ball there. No open shot on the 1, as you can see, blocked by the 4. Yeah, interesting to see. Is he going to nick the 1, bring the cue ball next to the 6-ball to go 1 reel around the 4?
There's an aggressive bank shot on, but I don't think he's going for that. Oh, didn't want that touch on the 4-ball.
1 corner.
Well, I'm just wondering, the 1 surely does not go, does it? Can he still slide it past the 7?
I think it does.
Oh, he really used all of the pocket there. No future on the 2 unless they play a bank shot to the side pocket.
Two side.
Yeah, a little bit of a 2-way, of course. Knew it was free to swing at the 2 in the side.
And I'm sure Jeffrey DeLuna and Dennis Grabet have locked horns, I should say, on many occasions. Pardon the pun. Jeffrey doesn't necessarily travel to all the Pro Billiard Series events, but I have seen him at some, Tim.
Yeah, he definitely has played a couple, but in general, Jeffrey doesn't travel as far as some of the other Filipino players. I think he just feels the event a little bit. I think he just looks at the ones that triggers him the most to go somewhere hungry instead of just going out there to just to hit some balls and then not making a great result, which obviously these athletes, we go out to perform.
Yeah, poor safety there. from Jeff De Luna. Caught the 2-ball wrong. Cue ball actually had a bit of inside on it, which turned out to be the wrong side. So that's how I know he's caught the 2-ball wrong.
2 side. 10 seconds.
One Filipino that does travel a lot, Johan Chua. I saw won the final last night in the night shot against Fedor Gors, 13-6 just before the World Championships. Good result.
Oh, can you believe that much space on the table and she's hooked Dennis behind the 9? I mean, it's a pretty high percentage jump, I would say. This is a reasonable jump to make. But they really have not found the rhythm yet around the table. Oh, he's missed a jump.
Not a bad result, Tim. Pierre just explaining what went wrong. Half ball contact on the 4.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I actually expected the 4 to go to the bottom short rail, but then again, that cue ball is very nicely played. They seem to have a lot of fun too together, so the team spirit is there.
Yeah, I think they both enjoyed that shot. Jeffrey for coming up with it, and Cheska for actually making the shot.
10 seconds.
Right, that makes up for the bad position, Tim, on the shot before, doesn't it? When she made Dennis jump, comes up with a great jump of her own. Good shot, Pia Filler.
Yeah, now, I mean, I feel like I'm complaining now after such a beautiful jump from Pia, but the cue ball floated a little forward. And Dennis now on the rail shooting this 5. So tough. Just such a difficult shot. I mean, sure, I still favored him to make it because, well, he's one of the top players around, but that was so tough to make. I think Jeffrey could play a bank here. 2-way, bank it and get shape on the 6, but it's interesting. Usually I see Jeffrey play quite aggressive. And then now I kind of feel like he's playing more conservative, which usually I would expect him to play that bank shot.
Yeah, I think it's probably because he's got to take into consideration that he has a partner to think of, Tim, as well. You know, he can't just go all out guns blazing on everything that he'd normally want to, because he has to take his partner's feelings into consideration. Perhaps that's why they've got so far. Cheska's been saying, hey, come on, ball, rein those horns in a little bit. We want to win this. We're not here for show. We're here for dough. And talking of dough, $30,000 to the winner.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays as a pool player, it's nice to be great offensively, but if your defense is not so great, oh, look at this. That is such a fantastic stroke there. That's, I would almost say, a signature shot for Cheska. Typical Cheska shot. To finish my story, I was going to say, to win titles, you cannot just be a great offensive player or just a great defensive player. You have to be able to do both and know when to do which one. And like you mentioned, I really think Cheska is making sure Jeffrey doesn't go too fast, make sure he's playing not too over aggressive. And they're pretty loose so far already early in the match. Looking to go 2-0.
Yeah, she has won a world title, World 10 ball. She won 40,000 for that in Klagenfurt in Austria. We were both there, Tim.
Corner.
Great result for her. 30,000 for this one, converted to Filipino pesos, 1.71 million pesos. So it's a nice little share up between the two. Very nice. Well, I can't finish the day, Tim, without giving you another fun fact from Indonesia. There's an indigenous flower to the islands of Sumatra. It's the largest flower that can weigh up to 8 kilograms. It has a powerful, unpleasant odor, though, and is also known as the corpse flower, ensuring that you will smell it long before you see it. So look out, or should I say, make sure your nose is on form when you're in Indonesia. You don't want to go anywhere near that plant.
Well, let's see. Is he going to do more on the break? I'm just waiting for that big DeLuna break. This is a lot more on the break. Better hit, makes a 3. And guess what? No future on the 1. No offensive shot on the 1, let's say it like that.
I thought you was going to say he's got a shot on the 1 for a second, Tim. There is a thin cut. This is on, isn't it? This is well within Cheska's abilities. Or does he go past the 4, Tim?
And it's quite a big cut too, especially if you look from this angle. I'd rather send the 2 up table. Cue ball just next to the 6. Yeah, I like this because you got the 5 and the 7 for possible cover.
Yeah, early days, but you just get the feeling at the moment there's some good vibes in the Filipino team.
Extension court.
Our referee from Vietnam, and of course, Predator will be heading to Vietnam, September, Ho Chi Minh City, for the World 10 ball.
Oh, let's see. Can he make the 2? Making the 2 gives him something on the 4, but
There is no more attention.
it might be on though. For a second, it looked like it was going to be safe. But if it's not on to the side, it sure is to the bottom left corner.
Yeah, there is. It is on, Tim. There was pure daylight there. I just caught a glimpse of it. Pia was having a look as well, fearing the worst. Well, he's onto the corner. Now then. Have to take this chance, Tim.
Now, a little bit more on the rail on the 4. And the 9 does play pretty big if you would want to get closer to the 5. So he's just looking at playing a little longer on the 5 ball, making sure he doesn't run into the 9. There is angle on the 5 ball now. Maybe a little bit bigger than he would have liked to give Pia. But it's something to work with.
Yeah, good shot. Slightest of angle. Just punch it out slightly. Looking good, Tim, to get their first rack on the board here.
Yeah, I think it would really settle them down. They really did not get that much rhythm going yet around the table. Now I know Pia is quite all right playing a very stable, slow pace. But I know Dennis, especially from when we both were a lot younger, he would play very fast. Made it look like a game of tic-tac-toe.
Nicely done. So to half the deficit, this straightforward 10 ball. The fist pump, they are officially a part now of this final. They're on the scoreboard. Great shot on the 1. The missed 2, wasn't it, from Cheska, which cost them this rack. Great 5 ball there.
Yeah, I did like the shot Cheska took on though, because it really was the opportunity to get on the hill first. And with how straight she shoots, definitely she should go for it. Just didn't make it this time.
Dennis from a beautiful city, the capital of Estonia, called Tallinn. Jeffrey from Manila.
One, two, break 4. Dennis to break.
And I thought the production has been very good this week. Plenty of free matches to watch for you guys. Oh, he got through the ball there, didn't he? Timed that well. Not going to get anything for it, though.
Break.
Yeah, you would say he put quite a lot into it. Good news for him, he does not leave something on the 1. So they're definitely coming back to the table with the option to either play themselves or give it back. It's going to make the Europeans' life a little easier.
I suppose we could call this a mini Reyes Cup, couldn't we? Philippines against Europe. The Pairs Cup. I'd love to see a World Championship of mixed doubles, to be honest. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I think on this shot he has to play just the cue ball. He doesn't not have the angle to where he can play the 1 into the 10 and bring the cue ball out. Unless he's playing the kick and stick. But with the cue ball so close to the rail, that can easily go wrong.
Definitely no more attention.
As you can hear, also the extension now being used, so the Philippines could be in trouble. I mean, can Dennis bank the 1 ball 2 rails around the 7 ball out and leave the cue ball behind the 8 or 9?
10 seconds.
Could also bank it 1 and go behind the set. Oh, look at this. Brilliant. Good call, Tim. That's why you're paid the big bucks.
Yeah. But yeah, the point I was making is they don't have an extension now yet, so they're a little bit rushed into making a decision. On the 2 rails, the 10 comes into play. The 1 railers, yeah, you might have to spin the ball quite a bit. I just don't think the 2 rail is there. Maybe if you play right spin and yeah, really had to check the cue ball there. Difficult hit. Great safety from Grabe.
Yeah, normally a shot clock wouldn't be a problem for either DeLuna or Cheska. But when you're up against a great safety like that, you could do with those extra 30 seconds. But of course, they'd already used them on their own shot before. Chance to pull level, Tim.
Yeah, will be interesting to see how they're going to run this out. Especially shape from 3 to the 4. It's all about the 3, 4, and 5. So you have to get straight on the 4. You need angle to get from the 3 to the 4, but the 8 and the 9 are in between. So what are you going to play? And then with the shot clock running, at some point, you just decide to play to the center of the table and take whatever you get. Yeah, I like the over angle, this kind of angle a little better. Could maybe decide, to play the cut in the side. I don't think he was playing for this, but it does give shape on the 4. And if she can get straighter on the 4 ball, would be ideal to get to the 5.
Well, Pia actually wanted to play it in the side. She didn't want to play it in the corner.
Oh, nice shot there. Doesn't matter that the cue ball will be still on the rail to get to the 5 ball. I think overall, with where the 6 is, plenty of options. Just draw back and get closer to the 5.
Yeah, they both had different partners in their previous pairs matches.
10 seconds.
Dennis was with Jasmine in the last doubles.
That was a huge miss there. Wow. I was surprised she actually missed that, because almost anything on the 6 would have been fine. And look at this for shape.
What's he done there?
6 side.
It's still okay though, but makes things a lot more complicated.
No, that was never in.
And there might be the window to have another shot at the 6. Is he looking at kicking? No, he's kicking at the ball, so it's not there. I was going to say, if the window is there, for sure he has to shoot. He's not going to kick the ball soft, I feel like. Trying to send the 6 around.
Oh, past the 8, they'll be okay. Oh, I just clipped it.
Yeah. Is she still able to cue by the 8? And from this angle, I would say maybe only with inside spin. So she might have to go 3 rails to get to the 8. Or is she still able to kill the ball? I mean, it's... And that angle might land behind the 9. Yeah. This is super touchy. Unless she had played 3 rails and then back to the bottom side of the 8. She maybe could have played just enough speed to where she was never going to be hooked, at least on the 8. But it's easy to say afterwards. Just awkward shots here and there. Needs the cue ball to be on the rail. Probably the best thing Jeffrey could have played there. Cue ball on the rail, difficult 8.
Oh, Pia fella. Well, I saw Dennis chewing gum yesterday. He's not chewing it today. Pia passing her habits on to Dennis.
Oh. Wow. 2 big shots in a row. That was a huge chance for Jessica and Jeffrey to get on the hill in this first set. We're now tied at 2. Early drama, Mark.
Yeah, that 6 ball was something special, wasn't it? And just get the feeling that was a very, very important rack. They ground it out, worked the position for themselves, had the chance missing the 5. You thought, hello, well, maybe it's over for this rack. And then Cheska didn't get on the 8 ball. Left what we thought was a reasonable safety shot with the cue ball so close to the rail, but Pia had other ideas, and then, well, Dennis just stroked that 9 in as if it was over the hole. Breaking to get on the hill then, Pia Filler. Oh, hit them well.
Right break.
Lots of pace, Tim.
Yeah, lots of pace, but really not that much action actually on the ball. If you look at the spread, they just opened up, but really nothing got fairly close to the pocket.
Five ball, Tim. Does it pass the 6? Is it an issue?
Well, the 9 is definitely making the positional area tougher to get on the 5. And then I don't think so, especially from this angle. I would say it does not go. They could drop underneath to play the 5 in the top left if the 5 doesn't go. Top right spin. Now one more good shot. Just run the cue ball forward. Pretty important rack this is. Ooh. Just barely slid in.
Gave it every chance with the pace he played it at, didn't he?
Now, from this angle, I would say the 9 does go by the 10. We are soon going to find out if it does. I mean, we don't have the perfect angle at times to judge if the ball goes, but We'll find out very shortly what side they're going to play from 8 to 9. No tense faces around the table, so definitely means the 9 does go. Yeah, possibly would have liked to be a little closer to the 9 if it's not the full corner. This could be a little scary.
Oh,
No.
10 corner.
Confident strike. Ooh.
3-2.
yeah, slams in the 9 ball, 10 ball. Didn't go in with as much authority as Jeffrey's difficult 9 ball did, but that's in the funny side of it. Of course they have. They're on the hill at 3-2 and breaking for the first set. Best of 3 sets, races to 4, winner breaks. This for the title. Cheska's turn
3-2.
to break
Break
the balls
6.
then.
Cheska to break. Legal.
Oh,
Break. Wow.
well, that's the thing. The trick is to find the 1 ball in the center. Now, you don't want to play just a stop shot. You like actually to have multiple chances to make a ball if the 1 doesn't go. But the cue ball will always track to the long rail. Most of the time, it does get kicked there. And I think it's just unfortunate not to get a little bit more of a shot on the 2.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of a lucky roll there, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think going around the 10, he had the angle to slide where the cue ball is now. But that little nudge changed the cue ball's direction.
That's what Dennis thinks of it. Extremely lucky
10 seconds.
to
10
kiss
second
into
call.
the 9 and still get cover.
Yeah, and also I think the 4-9 combination is available. So it's not about just hitting the 2 ball. It's about really getting it safe too. There is options for run out. Kind of feels like he hit it as hard as he could. Still survived another day.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good result, isn't it, from where he was?
Second.
Yeah, see what they were trying to do. Just wasn't hard enough, was it? And didn't get the hold behind the 4. So a chance to take this opening set now. Everything in the open, Tim.
Yes, indeed. Doesn't really have to do too much, I would say. Running from the 5 to the 6 will give them automatic angle to cross over from 6 to 7. Plenty of space as well on the table, everything near the rail. So This is a huge chance. This is a very favorable layout too to close out the set.
Oh, she has a World 10-ball title. She got to the final with a 9-ball. Recently got to the final of the first ever women's 8-ball as well. So she's always at the business end of tournaments, Tim. And to think she's so young, I think, what is she, 25 now?
I would not know, honestly. I mean, you asked me, but I just don't know exactly. I'm not going to risk it.
Hand corner.
Oh, she's 26.
1-0.
Well, close. That was a good try.
Yeah, I've lost a year, haven't I? Because I knew when she won the World 10-ball, she was 23. In 23. No, that's not right, is it? We'll leave it at that, shall we? They've gone for a break. I think I need to take my brain for a break as well. Tim de Ruyter and Mark White will be back with you very, very soon, guys. Well, I was wondering if we were going to get back in time for the break there from our break. We did. Nicely timed. Now, that's a bit of a messy table. Nothing on the one. This is Mark White here for the final of the Indonesian PBC International Open. Predator are the main sponsor. And this is the final of the mixed pairs. Jeffrey De Luna, Cesca Centeno have just won the opening set. Best of 3 sets, races to 4, winner breaks. With me in the booth, Tim de Ruyter.
Yeah, great break, like you said, and very messy. Definitely a great chance for a good safety shot behind the 2. But that cue ball is not going to get near the 2. There might even be a window on. This is, well, I'm not trying to be harsh, but this is a little bit sloppy there. Really should have been either behind the 7, behind the 2, and in the worst case, it's still behind the 10.
1 quarter.
Well, she's trying to hit the top side of the 1, so she is jumping. So it was safe enough.
4 ball contact is okay. Audience enthralled, as we are. Hope you're enjoying this, guys, wherever you're watching from. I'm sure we've got lots of Filipinos watching. Maybe there's a few Europeans as well. It's pretty good timing, actually. It's about 12 noon, 1 o'clock, something like that, whichever part of Europe you're in. Philippines, an hour ahead of where I am, and Indonesia, so good timing. Oh, now he may have left. Is there a cut on this, Tim?
Yeah, especially from this top view, I'm not the best at guessing, but I don't think so. I think they are able to hit the 1. I don't think they're able to make the 1. And also, I wouldn't even consider the cut. If you look at the 2 ball, no future.
10 seconds.
Send the 1 under the 2-3. That's what I like. Just got to get the pace right. And again, the pace is not right. This is now a couple shots in a row. This rack, actually.
1 side.
Can she draw?
Yeah, bump the 7. It's a little bit tight. Bump the 3, excuse me. Bump the 3. Nicely done. Perfect shot.
Looking very dangerous. Jeffrey switching to a righty.
Yeah, then again, it was all about the 1 ball. The battle on the 1 ball would give, well, the person that gets to shoot the 1 ball first a great opportunity. If you look at how open the table is, in these open layouts, it's more about, well, make balls instead of playing the great shapes. Play center table on, well, what is it? 4 shots out of 6.
Starting the second set pretty much the way they ended the first one. And it must instill so much confidence when you're Cheska's partner, because, you know, you're not having to get absolute perfect position all the time. She knocks them in from everywhere, Tim.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a backup. I mean, surely they're trying to play inch perfect shape, but they also know sometimes you have these positions too where you cannot leave your partner the ideal shape. And then you just know, okay, well, I can give you this and you're a straight shooter, so we're still going to hang in there. That's why in general, I like to see, for example, great tacticians or great positional players play together with someone that strikes the ball really clean and easy. So one shot maker and one knowledgeable player, for example. I think that's in general a great combination. Of course, the knowledgeable player still has to shoot somewhat straight. I mean, yeah.
Who would be, if you could play with any player in the world, Tim,
1-0.
in a doubles,
Break 2.
man or woman, who would it be? Let's give us your favourite male to play with and your favourite female to play with. I'll give you a little bit of time to think about it, but I'm not going to forget that I've asked you that, so you're not going to get away with this one.
Yeah, I usually get away with those questions, so that's a great thing. But sure, okay, let me give me some time.
You get detention if you don't give me an answer at the end of this rack.
Oh, another great break, actually. She's hit it really full in the face. Just kills the rhythm of the match a little bit too. All the safeties right after the break. I do wonder, did he get the safety on the one? No, and if it's Jessica's option, she would never stop shooting. She would go right away on this one ball, yeah? And the shape, oh, look at this for a roll.
Yeah, on another day, you'll scratch off that. Today, though, things just, you get the impression, Tim, things just are going Cheska and DeLuna's way in the little runs here and there, just at the moment.
10 seconds.
Yeah, in general, it does even out on the match, the rolls and the luck. But, well, it's also the feeling you get. Sometimes the rolls, they just hurt you a little bit more, and that's where you get a little bit out of stroke. You don't feel the table anymore. That could all happen. So I think that's what we've seen a little bit with Dennis and Pia. They lost the table speed a little bit, but that's a shocking miss and a chance for the Europeans. Definitely have to step it up again. These two at the table.
Been going just about an hour.
3 side. 10 seconds. Attention call.
Doesn't feel like it, though. Very entertaining.
There are no more tension. Three corner.
Wow. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised he's taking this on. Such a tough shot. But yeah, if you can do that. Great cueing.
Look at the cue ball in case it didn't go in as well.
Yeah, a little bit of a tricky cut. Has to spin the ball. Yeah, that's a tough shot too. But then again, if you...
Sorry to interrupt you. I just couldn't help it. Look at that. There's a lovely little jelly roll there. They both know it. You were saying, Tim?
Well, that the cut with that much spin is very difficult. And then I realized they are having more rolls than a bakery at the moment.
10 seconds.
They're full of it. It's, I mean, nothing they can do about it, of course, and nothing Dennis and Pia can do about it. But they would like to get a little bit something going for them. Look at this. 3 balls to get behind. Possibly 4. And it's up for the grabs again.
Guaranteed 15,000. But they would love that each. They would love the 30. That finished a bit short, Tim. Was it okay? Just okay?
Well, yeah, could use either angle actually to get to the 9.
Jeffrey the caddy on hand with the bridge. Yeah, I didn't look. As soon as that cue ball finished there, I thought, yeah, I'm looking at the style of Cheska with that bridge there. It's not good, not good. Fundamentals with the bridge, I'm afraid to say. Maybe it's something she needs to work on. Or maybe she would have been better just switching to right, as we've seen her do in the past. How big is that mistake going to be?
Corner.
Cost them 1 rack.
Well, it definitely could kickstart something. Maybe a little bit of fire.
You just got the feeling, Tim, didn't you, that it was just beginning to slip away from the Europeans slightly there. But that is a huge gift from the Philippines. Waiting to see the shot that she missed with the bridge again. Didn't look very good. The elbow was down very low. The grip looked a little bit strange.
Yeah, a little bit surprised actually. Would assume that most of these players that play at this level, they would be quite comfortable with the bridge. I know it's a European thing in general. In the US, they really despise the whole bridge or rest, either way.
Don't they call it the devil's instrument or something like that? Is their nickname for it? Or the devil's implement? Something like that.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they did. Yeah, this is also what you mentioned very early in the match. If you have a dry break over and over too, it's so difficult to get momentum going, to pull maybe a couple games on a string. You know, it would be nice if Dennis and Pia maybe make a couple balls on the break, maybe 1 or 2 breaker runs, gets them going. They actually can make a difference in this set. And it's just really not happening.
Yeah, you end up winning racks that you really have to grind for, Tim, don't you? You just don't get that momentum going. It's just very, very difficult. That's a good shot the Luna's played there.
I was going to say maybe if the 2-ball cut goes, draw the cue ball into the 9 and take more of a cut on the 3-ball. I don't think they're gonna land with much more. Yeah, this is probably the best she could have done.
Notice there, Tim, she switched hands, didn't want anything to do with the bridge that time.
Three
A tough
corner.
shot. You get the feeling
10
this
seconds.
is a really, really big shot now in this match. Now, this is interesting. I think they'll be getting this one back, or will they? Because De Luna would love to jump this, or Cheska. It will be Cheska next. Well, Jeff De Luna complaining about something there that happened maybe this end of the table. They've given it back.
Sorry, I cannot answer this question.
Yeah, it's Cheska's shot. Referee explaining he's not allowed to answer the question whose shot it is. Foul on the 9. Well, the match just in a little bit of a crazy phase at the moment, Tim. Going wrong for both teams. Now Dennis and Pia don't know whose shot it is, or do they?
Well, it depends. Now I'm starting to doubt who broke the balls. Was it Dennis?
Wait. Maybe wrong turn. I will help check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had a
Dennis
feeling.
broke the balls. It's Pia's go. They're going to check. I'm going to check as well, guys. Let's see what the referee comes up with. It was Pia that broke. Pia definitely broke. I've just rewatched the break. Well, they haven't played a shot yet, have they? They gave it back. Yeah.
Oh, that is true. Actually, Dennis gave back the push.
Yes.
So that
gave back the.
He
inherited the miss a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as I do believe, that would be a loss of turn. Because he could have shot on that turn, but he didn't. Well, anyways, we're going to see how this unfolds. I mean, that is... I mean, this could be a huge blow for them too.
I think I should give you another little fact then while they're sorting that out, Tim. What do you reckon about that?
Can't wait.
Did you know, for example, this is a Paul fact, most chalk used today is comprised of fine abrasives and maybe up to 1,000 ingredients and does not contain a single speck of chalk. So why do they call it chalk?
Well, it would be weird if they now suddenly start to change the name, doesn't it? It's known as chalk, so they stick with chalk, I would guess.
I'm with you, Tim, on that one. Here's a fact that you definitely won't know, and I promise this is my last one. An Indonesian company called Indomie made the Guinness Book of Records by making the largest packet of instant noodles. It weighed a whopping 665 kilograms. The packet was made of the same materials and that they use in normal packaging Hence, it was marked fit for human consumption. 665 kilograms, Tim. That would last you a while, wouldn't it?
Well, you have no idea how much I can eat.
Yeah, but you work it all off in the gym, don't you? So you're forgiven for that.
Hopefully.
All I'm doing these days are eating.
Yeah, now Jeffrey and Grab are going over it. I mean, I can understand how confusing it might be. And also me, myself, I honestly am not too sure. Yeah, I think Jeffrey is saying the same like I did. He had the option to shoot himself. He turned that down, so he loses his turn. That's how I would look at it. But they're for sure going to check the rules.
I'm the opposite to that. I think because he hasn't shot yet, it's still his turn. That would be my argument to that. I'm very, very interested to see what the outcome's going to be. I wonder what the chat think about that. Come on, guys. We've normally got some people in the chat that know the rules inside out. Let's hear from you guys. What should happen?
Yeah, I definitely get your side of the point too. And I know, for example, with a push out after the break, if you give it back, it's not a loss of turn. But now
I think it's exactly the same, Tim, don't you?
Well, that's exactly my question mark right there. Like I don't play doubles that much, I guess, because this really never happened to me before.
Yeah, I don't think it's happened to the referee before. I've certainly never seen it before. I've seen players simply play out of turn before, but you know, one way to solve this really would be to just, you are allowed to ask the referee whose shot it is. Does it really make that much difference? Is it the way that you want to win a rack by somebody going out of turn? I don't think so.
Yeah, the only thing I'm hoping for is when we continue play, hopefully it didn't affect both teams too much by just having this little break at the moment. That would be, I mean, I just don't want to lose the quality on the match play, you know, like they finally might have gotten some speed of the table, some rhythm going, and then now they have to sit down for, let's say, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. That could hurt.
Oh, Jessica taking advantage of the intermission. Just getting a quick jumping lesson off of Jeffrey DeLuna there in the corner, by the looks of it. Dennis is going over to see what's going on. He wants to know. He doesn't want to sit around. Pia just sat there as calm as ever.
Well, I actually think it's a good thing for Dennis to go over and say, listen, make a decision, because like everybody's waiting. This makes no sense. The other option is he might be going to the restroom because we're waiting anyways. But yeah,
he did take his cue with him. I don't think he's that attached to it, so he wouldn't be taking his cue with him to the restroom. But yeah, we want to see some kind of decision made here. Well, Pia's going over now as well. I mean, we all know who went last. It's that rule, isn't it? Because there was a loss of turn and they gave it back, is it still Dennis's shot when he does get a shot to come back?
I mean, at this point, I would probably, if I would be the opponent, I would probably say, listen,
re-rack.
That, or let's just continue play. I mean, I'm just not going to sit there for 10 minutes, maybe longer. I mean, who knows? Maybe they took out the pool Bible. In that case, we might be in here for a while. And
well,
yeah,
that gives us lots of time to talk about the question that you thought that I'd forgotten about, but I haven't.
Man.
So who, if you could play with anyone, male and female, Tim, who would be your mixed doubles partner and who would be your male partner?
I think As male partner, I got so far. I got to the male partner side. The female, I'm still working it out, but the male, I'm there. I probably would like to play with Johan Chua. Just because I like a nice pace around the table too. He does have a nice pace around the table. He's a very straight shot, so if I leave him a little longer or something, just as far as I give him a nice angle, he'll know how to manage. He's a straight shooter.
Well, Johan used to have a nickname growing up called Bibwit, and translated into English from Filipino, that means little mouse. Great win yesterday against Fedor Gorst. Well, what's the decision? I think we're waiting for it, guys.
Yeah, so to go back to your question, I think in general he's also playing obviously great pool. He just won another event in Dubai. Congrats to him, the Night Shot Open. And yeah, I think that would really make a good fit with me. He plays great defense. He's a great all-around player. So, and I could learn while playing with him. So, I mean, great. The female side of the question, I might have to get back to that later because I have not figured it out yet.
I've written down a name who I think you would play Scotch doubles with, female. I'm going to write it down and I'm going to take a picture of it to send to you when you name it. I'm writing it down now, right now, Tim.
I mean, it is an interesting question, actually. I mean, you don't think about this too often. I mean, it's not like I play all these double or partner events all the time, so never really get to play with, for example, Pia or Tkach or Slatova, or I mean, there's so many of them that play great. And I would feel bad if I forget someone. Imagine.
Yeah, imagine. I suggest that you get the latest WPA rankings.
Yeah, I might
on
have
your
to
phone.
check this. Yeah. That's a good one.
I think this has gone on long enough now, guys. Let's have a decision. Should be the referee's decision, but maybe waiting for the answer from higher up.
Yeah, this is always going to be a back and forth because I can really understand both sides of Dennis gave it back, so he did not shoot, or Dennis gave it back, so he gave up his shot. I can understand both sides. I just really don't know exactly what the rule book says. So someone has to get that rule book out, and that's a decision. Just hoping for it not to last too long because I actually felt like we were right in the middle of something.
Well, if a decision doesn't come up soon, Tim, I'm going for another fact. That's my threat. Yeah, all jokes aside, though, they need to agree on something, even if it's just the players. We had to have some drama, didn't we? Now, there is the main referee. I worked with this guy in India. You can see him with the grey hair just on the left, talking now to Pia. He is the head referee here. He's from Malaysia. Actually worked with him in the Maldives as well. His name is Mr. Iskandar. That's his name. And there's Melvin Chia in the glasses, also Malaysian, who is the tournament director. So the two most important people who are going to make the decision are there. The three most important, you could say.
You know, I think it would be just great to agree that if you can go right in between, that would be a re-rec, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in that case, nobody was right, nobody was wrong. Let's just re-rack the balls and let's go. I mean, obviously, I understand also as a player, if I would be there and I would feel it is a foul, I would be trying to defend myself. So obviously, they're not going to give up that soon. So that's also the thing that's happening now. You can see Jeffrey really trying to talk into the ref, and then Dennis trying to talk into the ref.
Yeah, you just kind of get the feeling here, don't you, that somebody knows a foul has been committed or was about to be committed, because the foul hasn't actually been committed yet, has it? This all came about because they didn't know whose shot it was. And the referee said, you can't ask me. I can't answer that question. So there hasn't actually been a foul committed yet, in my opinion.
Yeah, don't we all love the drama, huh?
Yeah, if it continues much longer, Tim, I'm going to have to go and put another 50 cents in the meter, in my electric meter. It's going to run out.
Yeah, my parking meter is running out.
Now we just need to get the players to agree on whatever the outcome is. I guess then if they can't make a decision, the players, then it's going to have to be the referee that makes the decision. Now I know that guy, I can't think of his name. He's with an association. I know he is. I talk to him all the time on Facebook. I'm terrible with names. I think I'm in the wrong job, Tim.
I think I found my player.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I think I can surprise you enough with this, but I think it would be a good fit.
Okay, and I'll tell you who I've written down on my list.
I would probably go. Now, I mean, she definitely would want to play with me. That's on the other side note. But I would go for Rubilen Amit.
Wow. Okay. I didn't go with her. I went with Alison Fisher.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can see where that comes from. She's not. She has some pace around the table too. Nice defense. Yeah. Yeah.
Very
definitely.
experienced. That's why I went with her, you know, that kind of big experience, more than anyone else, you could say, in the game today.
Yeah, I definitely went for experience. I went for a straight shooter. I went for a little bit pacey around the table and solid defense, because especially in these doubles events, you can see so many racks turn into safeties and kicking. So it's very important. Interesting topic. I might have to ask this question to more players.
You should. There's Mr. Iskandar in the background with the grey curly hair. He's the man in charge of all the referees. He's the man that has to make the ultimate decision. think it's easier just to re-rack and go again, guys. It really is. Well, what have they decided? To play from where they were?
Foul. Ball in hand.
It's a foul. You kind of got the feeling, didn't you, that Jeff DeLuna knew it was a foul. He didn't want to let it go. Well, how big's that going to be? Obviously, in amongst the balls here, Tim.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I just hope it's not really going to bother their future performance. That's overall for me. I mean, sure, listen, it's a sport. Decisions are always going to be made. There's nothing really you can do about this decision, but it took them quite some minutes.
I'm wondering, is it winner or loser pays for the table, Tim? That's my only concern.
Yeah, table time.
Got to keep it light-hearted, guys. At the end of the day, it's a sport, and we just want it played by the rules in a good, gentlemanly and womanly fashion. Played in good spirit, with good sportsmanship, sportswomanship. So the score is 2-1. They do lead by 1-0, and they'll be breaking in the next rack as well. It's going to be a lesson learned for every player that. I'm sure it'll be replayed, Tim. It'll become a question in bar quizzes all over the world. In the end, it was a very, very brisk end to what was a very long rack.
Yeah, and you would say the momentum now with the Philippines, with Cheska and Jeffrey, because they had a couple balls to get the stroke out again before possibly making a tough shot after the break. Oh, look at this break, 2 balls in. Just the 3 and the 5 are tied up.
A lot of energy in that break, Tim, from Cheska. Is the one on?
Yeah, unless he's going to bank the 2 and force follow or stun the cue ball into the 3-5, like something crazy big stroke. I'm just assuming him to play safe again.
Oh, caught the point, but look at the 3.
Well, I cannot imagine him playing off the point. Did run towards the 3-5, but nah, that should not be the shot, I'm assuming. Now, what about 3-5 bank shot?
Now you're sounding like Mark White. If you're wondering who is in the booth, I'm Tim de Ruyter, and the other guy sounds like Mark White at the moment, but I'm sure it's not. He's got more sense than that.
Well, I'm basically saying that because there's not so much more they can play. And now I'm looking to nick the 3 ball and get the cue ball 2 rails behind the 8, but difficult shot.
Well, she's done very well there, Tim. Great shot. She can feel very proud of that one. Beautiful shot.
3 corner.
3 corner. Now then, a chance for Grabet and Phillip to get back into this match. Really is a must-win rack, this one.
Yeah, just got to make sure to cross over from 4 to 5. Does have a nice angle, top left spin. Things not looking too horrible from this position. This should really be 2 each.
Where does Dennis want it? Straight to the top left with the 8 ball. Just a little bounce off Tim, maybe a little bit of right English, just a tad. Just a fraction short, but it's okay.
8 corner.
Ooh.
Wow, a lot of movement of the body there. He does have that tendency to jump up a little bit early sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, not happy with that one.
The thing is, he really had to do a little bit more with the cue ball too. So he had to spin the ball, had to stun into the rail and out. So the pocket speed was really not there anymore. I think this is just enough for Jessica to cut the 9.
Nice side.
If this works out, we might see them on the hill.
And we might see them on the table as well. We've already had one Filipino jump up on the table, Sean Mark Malayan. Of course, Sarah didn't do the same. She's far too sophisticated to do that. Maybe that's a nickname for her. Sarah, Sophisticated Sarah.
No, attention call. That's right.
This is a thin cut though. Watch the cue ball. Oh, and he's missed it.
Can you believe that? What a miss. Well, how important is that going to be in the grand scale of things? Should have been 3-1. It's 2-2. A little wry smile there from the European pair. Maybe a little bit of poetic justice. Although, of course, I must say and reiterate, a foul is a foul. If it's a foul, it's a foul. It's as simple as that. But anyway, all that is in the past. He must have thought it was all over when he's missed. I mean, he jumped up on that as well. Did you see the 10 ball he jumped up on? So the nerves are showing. Doesn't matter how many matches you play, Tim, how many big games. We're all human at the end of the day.
Well, also, just to add to that 10 ball, I was surprised to see him trying to play it a little bit on a medium pace. Because in general, the more firm you play that kind of shot, the thinner you most likely hit it. Doesn't really throw as much.
I cannot answer.
And now Dennis is asking
again. And now it's whose break is it? Well, Pia broke last. I do know that.
Okay, can I tell them yes, yeah, they asked who. Okay, you.
Yeah, okay. So the referee now is asking Jeffrey and Cheska
Yeah,
if he could
nice,
answer the question.
nice gesture, very nice gesture. It was, of course, Pia that broke off in the controversial rack. So it was Dennis's break, but very nice of Jeff DeLuna to say, yes, it's Dennis's break.
Imagine Jeffrey just missed the 10 ball too to get them on the hill. So he could have been very sour and said, listen, no, I'm not going to help you out, you know? But
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, brownie points there for Jeff DeLuna. Very, very nice gesture indeed.
Now, there is a run out. He lands quite close on the 2. Actually, I think the 4 might go in the bottom right corner. So not blocked by the 8. This is still a good chance. This looks like a little bit of a replay of the first set. They had a great chance to go 3-1 up. Didn't. And then I do believe on 2 each, they did make the run out. Would be very interesting if we might have the exact same set happening. Scoreline wise and the way how things have been going.
Yeah, this is just a little bit awkward, isn't it? Because I don't think the 5 passes past the 9. She's slightly wrong angle. Going for the side.
Yeah, just annoying to be too short on this. I think I'd rather had put too much than not enough, but it's always easy to say afterwards. But I would have always liked the angle to go back down table more than this kind of angle. And I'm quite sure he's also feeling uncomfortable with where the 9 is. He's going to leave her longer, just 2 rails around the 9. Well, wasn't trying to leave her that much angle on the 6, but still one big shot could get them on the hill. Oh, excellent cueing. And especially if you look at that slight angle on the 7 he's got, that means he can stun the ball over maybe a ball or 2. Just make sure you get a cut, even if you play just draw. Yeah, just draw the cue ball back. Nicely done.
Yeah, another time you might have seen Jeff DeLuna try and draw back to the short rail and all the way back down again. It's the kind of shot that he's known for, isn't it? But managed to hold himself together. But this is a great chance. Really has been 3 fabulous tournaments here in Jakarta.
Oh, what has he played there?
I'm not sure, Tim. I was just going to ask you the same thing.
Well, gotta say, Jeffrey DeLuna quite lucky to be playing with someone like Cheska, because that 10 ball was surely very missable. And I thought he was definitely going to try and get closer from 9 to 10.
Yes, exactly what I was talking about earlier. And that's why I'm going to tell you now, if I could play with anyone, I think it would be Cheska, just for the fun side of it and the fact that my positional play wouldn't have to be too great, Tim, because it's not. She knocked that 10 in like it was a straight in 10, and that 6 ball wasn't easy either. So they do arrive at the hill, a chance at the championship. Break and runs have been rare. fact, I don't think we've had one, have we, Tim?
You have so many difficult questions today.
Yeah, because I don't have the answers.
Fair. I'm not sure.
So Jeffrey DeLuna then to break off if
3,
ever he
2,
needs one of his
break 6. Different
big
to
breaks and make a ball. It's right this second now.
Yeah, I mean, they've made balls on the break, just not so many runouts.
Right break.
Yeah, there was a, I think he's saying there was a gap in the rack. Very hard, isn't it, Tim, to get the balls to rack really, really tightly without the help, shall we say, of a template rack.
Yes, indeed. And this is early trouble for Jeffrey and Jessica. Nice touchy safety shot from Dennis.
1 quarter.
Oh, we've been playing for an hour and 45 minutes.
10 seconds.
Pia and Dennis will be hoping they're playing for at least another 45 minutes.
Well, it also feels like the rhythm in this match hasn't really been going. Just if you look at making balls on the break has been a challenge. Imagine getting the shape. It barely happened in these 2 sets. And then to start with safety play over and over, it really makes you get into a grind mode. So the winner of this match just had the biggest grind of them all, I would say. Oh,
Yeah, all
Dennis.
the fluency has gone, hasn't it? At the moment, it wasn't a difficult chance, really. But lack of table time. Doubles is never easy anyway, is it? Because you're only playing every other shot. Keeping things tight. I think they've done very well to get to the final, to be honest. First time ever playing together, Tim. It's never easy, is it?
Yeah, for sure. And it's always a little bit of a guess if the partnership really works, yes or no. Sometimes it's 2 different styles that really, oh no. I was going to say 2 different styles that really complement each other. And sometimes it's 2 of the same type of players that just know exactly what they're thinking because they play the same style. So it's sometimes a little bit of a gamble to see which partnership really works well and which not.
Seven ball, the obvious problem ball.
So chose to bump the 5 ball out, creating more space to get on the 7 ball later on. Couldn't really get any closer on the 4.
Oh, what a shot. Awkward bridging over the 9 and just slams it in.
Well, not out of the woods yet. Might have to play the 6 all the way in the top corner. I'm not sure if Jeffrey can hold the cue ball to still play the 6 in the bottom right. Now, if he's going to play to the bottom side, he's got to be careful not to run behind the 9 ball. The 9 really comes into play.
Attention. 5 side.
Or did he call the bank shot here? Better shape on the 6, but no. Change of plans again. He's going to play the short side. Just got to make sure not to run behind the 9. Doesn't want to be on top of the 9 either.
5 side. Con 5 side. This one.
This is interesting too, yeah. So
Just miss one.
Jeffrey did call a different pocket on the 5 ball to where he never really said something about playing it in the other side, I believe. So basically he miscalled the pocket there by himself. And now the question is, yeah, do you really want to shoot this? Like if you play the 6, no future on the 7, no aggressive shot on the 7. Unless you're going to cut it in from here, Mark.
No, I think you just got to play the 7 behind the 9, haven't you? Put it in the middle of the rail.
10 seconds.
Yeah, trying to land it behind the 10. It's survival kind of style because no distance. You cannot really expect to get much after a safety like this.
Well, the only thing missing from this match, Tim, is a shootout. Still a possibility.
Yeah, it's still a long way to go. First, Grabenfiller will have to win this set to get it to a deciding set. Then it has to turn 3 each. But to make it to a deciding set already feels like quite the challenge. Oh, does the 7 go? No. So that is the little bit of good news for Grabenfiller, but not the full hook.
7 corner.
Oh, this.
Yeah, I think it does. Tim, I didn't want to disagree with you.
10 seconds.
I surely need my eyes checked then. I think he's called it just in case. I mean, he's missed it by quite a bit.
Well, I have an eye appointment booked on the 29th of this month in the UK when I go back home for a few weeks. I'll make sure I'm not going to miss it. Hopefully I can still find the opticians in the high street.
10 seconds.
Oh, kicking the long way. Kick to make. There it is. And oh no, that's the worst contact she could have had on the 7. Just slightly more real first, or even if she caught it right into it a little bit on the edge, they would have been on the 8 to the side pocket. And it's these kind of details that are just not going their way at the moment.
10 seconds.
Well, if he can make this 8. Still more drama to come. Still nothing guaranteed.
Eight corner.
Well, it doesn't often happen. Jessica missing one of those.
Inside.
She did miss this one, though. I think she might have realized that if she had made the 8, they would have won the title, basically.
Ten seconds.
Now biting moments in this second set, a set that Dennis and Pia have to win. And this is to go heel. And they will be breaking to win the set and level it all up at 1 set each. One match point saved. And of course, Tim, you know, when you're coming towards the winning post, it's just as hard to get over the winning line as it is to get a rack on the board sometimes in a final.
Yeah, what a chance. Also, earlier, when Jeffrey called the wrong side pocket on the 5, and this kick shot, this is where they could have lost the match. Jessica missed the 8. I'm wondering if Jessica possibly could have played a safety on the 8 instead of going all in on it. But on the other side, you want to shoot for the win. So, yeah, a little bit of a difficult decision.
Well, we have some clarification for you on the WPA rule. Thanks to El Biladino for this. WPA rules say at 10 ball, if a shot is passed back after an uncalled ball is pocketed, the turn will pass to the other player on the team. The pass back does not count as a turn by the other team. So make of that what you will, guys. Just thought I'd clear that up for you. It's all history now, of course.
Right.
Now,
Side.
yeah, the bank is on. Just some draw on the cue ball to put yourself in a more ideal shape on the 2. 3 is over the corner. 5 does go. Oh, the 5 doesn't go now. Oh, he's nudged the 5 ball.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of room past that 5 ball, was there, for the cue ball to make the bank? Thought he'd done very well to make it.
Well, still, I feel like they can give themselves a nice angle on the 4 to run into the 5-9. The other option is to play another bank on the 5 ball. If you look at where the 6 ball is shaped, it's not too horrible. Oh. Close to work. Now, let's see what they come up with. Or are they going to play a safety on the 5 behind the 9? Has to be close to the rail to play it perfect. Perfect speed. Freeze the cue ball up on the 9. 5 corner. Is he playing a two-way shot? Is he trying to shoot the 5 off the 8 and stick the cue ball behind the 9 just in case? No, he hasn't.
Well, it's a poor shot. Hasn't got the cover.
I just don't understand what he was trying to play. I thought, just got to make sure he doesn't shoot the 5 into the 9, and the cue ball would have always been behind the 9 ball. That is, oh, shocking. Easy roll up on the 10-6 here for
Pressure
Dennis.
Getting to everyone, Tim, now, isn't it?
Well, it's all about this safety battle on the 5 mark. The one that gets the first opportunity is most likely going to win the second set. Does she have the window?
Here. There's a window to the bank.
Oh. Well, I'm glad she's still smiling after missing that bank, because that was super nervy.
Well, she's got a smile that lights up the whole room, hasn't she? Never mind the Predator Arena lights. Her smile adds plenty of light to the arena.
10 seconds. Attention call.
Is she going aggressive on this cut? No. This time, no window. So we will have to see a kick shot. Interesting to see if he chooses 1 or 2 rails. I think both of them are equally as tough to get a good result. Unless he might be able to go 2 rails, place the 5 into the 8, and then run the cue ball to the left side of the 10 again. But needs a perfect hit.
One eye on the shot clock.
5 corner. $10.
Oh, look at this for an effort. Look at this for an effort. Shot of the tournament, Jeffrey DeLuna. Oh, dear. Look at the cue ball. How unlucky is that? Absolutely fantastic. I mean, okay, he was playing safety as well. Unfortunately, the safety is on his partner, Cheska. She's going to have to jump this, surely. She doesn't like it. She doesn't want the jump stick. She wants to kick.
10 seconds.
Yeah, a little bit too
Fabulous.
early. Calling the shot of the tournament. Just slightly did not get on the 5. How's this?
Well, if they called that, they didn't call it.
Wow, what a big shot this on the 7. One good shot
Corner.
to win the set, to bring this to a deciding set for Dennis and Pia. Wow, just needs the cue ball to slow down. I think she's straight on the 8, straight draw. Maybe a mini angle, but she's asking if Dennis wants to play the 9 all the way to the top corner. She's not liking herself to draw straight back.
Well, cracking shot. Under pressure. Terrific shot from Pia Filler.
Oh,
Oh, no.
9.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Just when you thought they'd done it.
Wow. Just, they were out of the woods. He made such a brilliant shot on the 7.
Well, does she need the bridge? She does.
Well, surely she should be fine with the bridge on this, Mark.
Yeah, she can't miss here. That's the grip I don't like, but there it is. And it goes. And it is a 2-0 victory. We just thought it was going to go to a deciding set. Hugs all round for Jeffrey and Cheska.